Episode 21, Soccerholics, João, and
Roberto.
Roberto. Roberto. We are always talking about the Sacer on
Oh yeah.
Soccerholics podcast. It's just I'm always at a loss for words in the beginning here because there was so much
There was great games. There was
like
great
this
games.
week, like
Yep.
another week. Like I'm
There
tired
was.
now. I'm like exhausted from like between the Champions League and then the drama of
Yeah. Oh yeah.
what happened in the Premier League this weekend. But
It was a great weekend.
it's a great weekend. But I do got to mention one thing. You and I had
Yeah, there he
you knew
goes.
I was going to start with that.
Absolutely. Yep. I
If
knew it
you're
was
just
coming.
tuning in now for the first
I knew it was
time,
coming.
Rob and I have a heated rivalry
Yep.
competition to see who can go to the most matches in a year in
Yep.
2026.
Yep.
And Rob was beating me. I think you were up two at some point, but
At one point, yeah.
at
Yep.
one point I equalized this past weekend.
Yes, he did.
You're now
Yep.
at five matches,
5-all.
five matches apiece.
Yep.
That's right. So I went to the Orange County Soccer Club versus Lexington in Kentucky, by the way. Don't tell me that soccer isn't popular in the United States.
100% it is.
Kentucky
It's all
team.
over. Yep.
Kentucky, we love our
Oh yeah.
football. And it's anyway. So let's just say we're tied up, okay? And
We are
I
tied
might have a surprise for you this
for now.
week. Yeah,
For now.
for now, you're right.
For now.
I'm not going to spoil it, but there might be some changes in the number this week too. So I just
Okay.
want to let you know. Don't be surprised when you look at your Footballogy app and see some activity on the
Yeah.
João Soccerholics account.
I can tell you with 100% certainty that I will probably not be going to a game this weekend
Woo!
because we're moving soon. So I don't think I'm going to have time between now and the middle of next month when we move to go to any
Yeah.
games.
Are you
So
moving further away from any clubs?
I'm
Or
moving.
it's just like so hard to now get to a soccer game that you
Oh,
may
no,
not
no,
even go
no.
to another one for.
Like I told you, like footballogy goes in here in Germany, it goes all the way down to the 11th tier.
Yeah,
So
I tried.
actually, I'm moving closer to a bunch of teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
You
yeah, we're
bastard.
moving, so it's going to be hard for me to get to games. But once we move, get settled, then the season will end, and then I'll have to wait till next season.
Yeah,
But it's fine. It's fine.
it's fine. Yeah,
There'll
yeah.
be some. There's some friendlies in there too. That
There are some friendly, and then there's the World Cup, and you come to the States once in a while. You know,
yeah. I'm coming.
you'll be feeling lucky and drop a
Yeah, that'd
cool
be nice.
$2,000 on
Yeah.
and a nosebleed.
So I'll actually be in Texas in August, but there's no games. I'm going to Houston and San Antonio. There will be no games. Houston and San Antonio will be on the
Yeah.
road while I'm there,
Ugh.
which is upsetting. But
It is, and it's actually when I think about any travel at all,
yeah,
any travel at all,
you gotta
just
think about
similar to like if somebody's asking me, oh, hey, do you want to go get a drinky poo on this day or whatever the reason is, I
Yep.
have to look at the schedule. I got to
Yep.
see what footy there is, so one, I don't miss that particular game. But when any travel I do, domestic, international, I always check to see if there's some sort of
Oh
thing
yeah,
there. It's like, why go? Why fly then if you can't at least
yep,
go to a game, right?
yep. This is true.
Yeah.
I might go to like because we'll be in Houston, so I might go to an Astros game, even though I hate the Astros. We might go to one of those because it's
Yeah.
right. Like my brother lives like 2 minutes from the
Yeah,
stadium,
yeah.
so yeah.
That was one of my
It-
favorite. That was one of my. I don't know if you know this about me. I think we talked about it. But I fly around and I go to
Oh,
other stadiums.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like I have
Fanny
more
pack.
to go.
Fanny pack.
Yeah, I think I'm like 20. Yeah, fanny pack. That's right. That's right. Pack a fanny pack, and then it's small enough to be allowed into the stadium with just a extra pair of drawers and
Yep.
your toothbrush, and then that's all. That's
Yep.
all you need.
That's all you need.
But the Astros was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite trips. Was going out to
Oh, okay.
flying into Love Field and Arlington and seeing the Rangers play, and then the next day driving 3.5 hours
Oof.
in a Silverado. I had to rent a
Yeah,
Silverado
yeah,
here in
yeah.
Texas. And then going to the Astros game in the I forget what it's called, but and they had just
Minute
won.
Maid, right? Is that
What was
Minute
it?
Maid?
Yeah, yes,
Minute
it
Maid?
is.
Is it
Yeah,
theirs?
yeah,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
Minute Maid. and they had just won the World Series the previous season,
And
and
when they stole from the
I got
Yankees.
there. Yeah, yeah, they
That's
stole
why I
from the
hate them.
Dodgers,
Yeah.
and they were giving away the replica ring. So
Oh, see,
and to
that's
this
cool.
day, I'm like, there's one Astros fan out there who didn't get a ring because of me, and so every
That's
time I
good.
see you, I feel very
Good.
happy. Yeah,
That's very good. I'm glad.
it's
I'm glad there's
terrible.
a sad Astros fan
Yeah,
is in
sad
here.
Astros fan out there. Forget about baseball though. This
Absolutely. Let's
weekend
get back to the
we're
soccer.
gonna break our formula a little bit instead of starting with the Champions League, which we'll get into the. We'll see if we can get into the first half, but we'll probably talk about it in the second half. But we have to start because of just the tingles from this past weekend and just
Man.
the action and the drama. We got to start with the Arsenal Manchester City game. Did you expect any of that? Did you? What did, I can't remember what we said in the first. What were your thoughts and predictions before the game? You
So
sat down with your popcorn and your
I
tall
wish.
glass of whatever German deliciousness.
No.
What were your thoughts before that game?
So I thought I'm pretty sure that I said like City 3-1, I think is what I predicted. I knew City was going to win this. I mean, I hate to say it, but City's the better team. Arsenal is falling apart right now. They could still win the league. Don't get me wrong. If they run the table, they'll still win the league. I just don't see it happening. I knew they were going to lose this game, and then, all the pundits everywhere, including us, were going to be talking about Arsenal falling apart. They were selling at the stadium. There were people outside at the Etihad selling $2 Arsenal bottles of water because they
There's
were
so
going to
much of
bottle it.
that stuff online.
Oh
It's
man,
like
it's
I even
crazy.
saw like people have way too much time on their hands, but there was like an Arteta and he was like
Oh,
made
he
of
was
a
a
plastic
bottle.
bottle.
Yeah. Listen, I feel bad for the Arsenal fans. I really do, but I don't know
Yeah,
what it is. Like their team is just, sometimes you peak early, and think about it. They're still on top of the league, but
yeah.
everybody's treating it like they've lost it. I think they've been on top of the league since at least match day 3, at
Yeah,
least.
so you had posted like one of our in the stories the
Yep, the moving
trajectory and
chart.
the moving chart
Yep,
of the Premier League this year,
yep,
and like Arsenal is just a constant throughout the
yeah.
entire
Basically,
season. Yeah,
Arsenal and Wolves have been constant the whole season.
those poor bastards. Oh, and they went
But
down. Wolves officially
yeah,
got relegated.
which is sad.
That is
But
very sad. They were like I used to call them the giant killers because
yeah,
they would be, you wouldn't expect it, and they would just take out, Liverpool,
yeah,
City and
yeah.
United.
They were a good team.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
glad. I'm kind of glad they're going down because I don't have to shave my head now.
What is that? Are you doing like the opposite thing? Like if they win,
Yeah, I was
what was
saying. I said if they stayed up, that I would shave my head.
I see. I see.
Yeah,
But
but
let's talk about this game. Turkey, who
yep,
now are like he's like the French Lionel Messi. I don't know if
yeah,
you remember that goal, but he it was like just like barged into the box, fooling absolutely everybody with his fancy footwork, and then squeaks in a goal right in the 16th minute. He does one of those. Celebration, non-celebration things where
yeah.
he just stands there
He's
like,
just
this
yeah,
is the statue I want you to build of me outside the stadium,
yep.
kind of standings. Interesting. I mean, like, what do you think about his contributions lately to? I mean, he's like just like Semenyo. Like, God,
Yeah,
right? The City have to like, what does City do that other teams don't do? Like think about the Liverpool lineup. Isak was coming in,
yeah,
Ekipeke's coming in. You
yep.
have all these guys who are like, oh, they're going to be amazing, and then just it doesn't hit. But for some reason, with City, you bring in those like same stature of players, and those guys are just amazing for City. Like,
Yeah,
what's happening there?
and I think this season, like they've been playing with some weird lineup stuff too. But it seems like for whatever reason, anybody that's plugged in, I don't know, it's kind of weird because Semenyo just got plugged in early, and he's just been clicking. And
Yeah.
then there's been games. I don't remember the last time that we even talked about Shirky because we've been talking about O'Reilly for so many games
Oh,
now.
oh, oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just seems like the players that are there, I mean, a lot of them aren't like blockbuster players. Yes, you still got Bernardo Silva, and obviously you got Holland and Donnarumma, but Doku, O'Reilly, Semenyo, these guys are all playing their part, and then Shirky just does his thing. I
Yeah.
mean, it is fascinating to think about how many players they had on previous teams, like let's say before Kevin De Bruyne left, and now how the team looks almost completely different. Yes, they still got Rodri, they still got Bernardo Silva, but the team is just different now, and
Who's
they're
leaving, by the
finding
way,
what.
at the end of the season? Bernardo
What
Silva. He's gone.
yeah, he is gone. Yeah, I think he's gonna go to
MLS.
like Italy or maybe even
Yeah,
Spain. Who knows?
yeah. I can
Because
see that
I don't know
happening.
how old he is, but he's
Yeah.
31. Yeah, I think he's still got like 3 4 years left in him.
I was talking about
So
that with somebody the other day about like players where you look at them like they're like 60 years old, you know.
yeah,
You've been watching these guys for like 20 years, you know,
yeah,
and
oh
but they're
yeah,
like only 31 or like
yeah,
28,
yeah.
and you're like, man, he's getting old. Ugh.
But then you have somebody like Ronaldo. I was
40.
watching the game live when Ronaldo scored the first goal for his first goal for Portugal, and that's crazy.
It's
And that was
insane.
like that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's insane. If I even like he's still playing, you know, footy and professionally. If I just did the Ronaldo like "Swee" thing,
Oh,
I would pull a muscle.
listen,
Just by doing
yeah.
pretending to do his celebration without doing, you know, playing any game, I would pull a muscle.
Thinking about doing it just hurt my back.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
I couldn't imagine doing it.
God.
Yeah,
Havertz does score in the 18th minute. Game on. Game
yeah.
on, says Arsenal. Game on.
But that was because of a Donnarumma mistake.
Yes. Oh, it was.
That was a Donnarumma
I don't know if you
mistake.
saw the video. I was I actually I had to like I couldn't believe my eyes, and I had to do a quick video for and I put it up on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
story. It's just and it's like, what did I just watch? Actually, it's funny because
yeah.
I'm at my mom's house because I went down. She was down by Orange County,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
and so I did the video and I turned the
Oh,
camera.
yeah,
And it's
that's right.
me, and
Yeah,
my mom's like walking like
yeah. I
not
saw
knowing what's
that.
going.
That's right.
People are like, oh, he lives with his mom. But like I could not believe what I saw. Like that was
Yeah.
like the most bonkers
Yep.
goalie situations I've ever seen.
Ce-
Somebody at his level.
yep.
What happened? I mean, what
Cerebral
happened?
flatulence. That's what it was. Cerebral flatulence. I mean, stuff like that happens. Sometimes
Yeah,
you think you're in a different position or whatever, or you think you got somebody covering you or whatever. I don't know what
it's
happened.
panic. It was a panic mode
It
situation.
was a panic
He
mode. Yeah.
literally just like kicked. Was it? If you look at it in slow motion, yeah. I mean, Havertz gets in the way and he gets the. But it almost doesn't look like Havertz touches the
It
ball.
didn't. To me, it didn't look. Well, the first time I
Yeah, it
saw it,
looks
it
like
didn't look like he
John
touched
Rama
it.
just kicks it into the right corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Oh
mean? It's
yeah.
like he forgot where the goal was and was just
Yep.
trying to get it away from it as quickly as possible. Complete panic mode, and
Yep.
then it just goes sails. Beautiful goal, John
Yeah.
Rama. But they gave it. I feel like that was an own goal, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Give it to
See, I
Havertz.
didn't watch it in slow motion. I've only seen it in like normal speed. But to me, yeah, it
Yeah,
looked like he put that in there. But
yeah.
it happens. It
Eh.
does happen.
Watch
You
it.
know.
Let us know what you think, guys. It looked like a Donnarumma goal, but
Yeah.
Havertz gets it. It's 18 minutes in. So much drama between Holland and the Brazilian Gabriel. It's always the same case. Remember, there was like one game where like they just went at it, and at some
Yeah.
point, like Holland threw the ball in the back of Gabriel's
Yep.
head after he scored, and like there's a little fun drama thing, stuff that I love personally watching. Again, it reminds me of like the Diego Costa days of
Yep.
football, where it's just like just an added drama and fun in there. But they were just going at it. At some point, Gabriel had ripped like half of like Holland's shirt that's underneath the jersey.
Yeah, yeah.
Like ripped completely off, and like I think he did get a yellow card eventually for that.
Well, they both did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But it was basically a rivalry for sure. But Holland he tucked it in the
The
65th
best
minute in
one.
the second half.
Yep.
Just and then it ends City 2-1, and I think we could do the whole podcast just on this game.
Just on this. Yeah.
But you can see how much it means to Pep. Go back. We
Yep.
haven't seen it if you didn't watch it because your wife wouldn't let you,
No,
or
this.
your husband, had an important work thing you had to attend, so you missed it.
Yeah.
Go watch like the long highlight, the extended highlights, and
Extended
just watch
highlights.
everything because like
That's what I did.
the drama. It's
Yeah.
you always see the GIF where it's like absolute cinema.
Yeah.
Like that's what this was. It was so much
Yeah.
fun to watch. It wasn't. It was a game of footy. The rivalry was real. All these
Oh yeah.
little fun things that were happening between the players and the
And the
competitive edge of
fans.
it, the
Yeah.
fans, and like I said, Pep just he loved. Like he was trying. It seemed like he was trying to act like he doesn't care that much. He's kind of like
Trying to play it cool.
play
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
but like he knew what this game meant.
I mean, this was the match of the week, possibly in all of Europe.
Yeah,
I mean, because this might have been a title decider. Like
yeah,
we were talking about this for weeks ago about how this was a 6 pointer.
yeah.
Arsenal, I thought they were going to get a point out of this. I really did. I wasn't watching the game because the Stuttgart game was on at the same time, and it was my daughter's birthday, so we were in a restaurant. I had my phone
That's right.
set
Oh,
up. Yeah, but
good birthday.
I,
Was it a good birthday?
yeah, she definitely
Okay.
enjoyed
All
it. I
right.
had a little schnitzel.
Spoiled,
It was great. I
spoiled your
never,
daughter on her birthday. Excellent.
yeah, we always do.
Papa, good Papa.
We always do. But yeah, it was. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but the
Yeah,
notifications were popping up, and I was like, oh, they're gonna. The best thing that Arsenal can do is not lose, and at least get a point.
yeah,
So I thought that's how it was gonna end, but Holland.
yeah.
I mean,
And,
yeah,
and the way it ends, where it's like there's a lot of reels and stuff on that where you have Declan Rice saying it's not over, it's not
no,
over,
it's
and then
over.
Alan's doing that face like.
Yeah.
So what do you
Oh
think?
yeah.
City's going to take the cake? You're going to walk away with it? I mean, listen. At this point, I think they played Burnley. City plays Burnley on Wednesday.
Tomorrow. Yep.
Man,
FA Cup.
my brain is breaking today. But I'm firing on all cylinders without even looking at. Look at this. I don't even have a phone in
Oh,
my
whoa,
hand to
whoa.
tell you
That's good.
that I
Hey, that's
remember this
good.
stuff.
Yeah, that's good.
So they're a game ahead. They beat Burnley. City's back or not back, but because Arsenal's been on top of the table the whole season. But City take the lead on
No, no, no.
Wednesday,
Because
right?
that game. Wait. Oh yeah, that is a league
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
Southampton
Wednesday.
game. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
looking at this wrong.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
Southampton
my
is
brain's
the FA
firing.
Cup.
Also,
Yeah, you're on it. You're on
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm the guy who's like, they play. What's the team's name? Uh,
But
and
yeah,
I'm sure
you're
it's going to
right.
happen in a lot on this on this
If they
episode
win
still.
that,
But if they win that, they're in the top of the table. What do you think, though? The City was this game defining enough? Like, it's Arsenal's clearly going through some sort of like, weird
crisis.
crises,
Yeah.
psychological crises. There's a lot of things where like Arteta, he's a very intense guy.
Yep.
But there's probably a lot of anxiety there, a lot of
Yeah.
stress. Players definitely feel the pressure, and obviously the world. I mean, the internet can be real mean,
The
and
internet
I
is
hope
brutal.
it's brutal, and I hope the players are not
Absolutely
looking
brutal.
at the internet right now because like that's all it is about Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like if I'm an
Yeah.
Arsenal fan, I'm not leaving my house right now
I
until
wouldn't
until
either.
we
Don't
win the
turn your phone
league.
on. Don't turn on the news.
No.
You just talk to
So
family and friends. That's it.
my
And your
question to you,
teammates.
yeah, exactly, yeah. My question to you, Rob, is: are they done? Like, is this after the City game? Was this defining enough? Are they still in this crises? Do they lose the league to
So,
City?
so I think they're going to become the victims of their own success. Man City has the FA Cup. That's the only competition that they're still in outside the league. Arsenal is not in the FA Cup, but they're still in the Champions League, and they're playing Atletico Madrid. They got two matches against them.
Sweet.
I just that's gonna be rough. I mean, some of their opponents in the league, they got West Ham, Fulham, Newcastle, and then they end the season they got Burnley. They end the season at Crystal Palace, which could be a trap game for them. I don't see Arsenal winning it. I said that last week. I said City is going to win the league. I'm sticking to it. I still think City is
Yeah.
going to win the league. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
All
think City's
right.
winning it.
Well, you
Yep.
know me. I do not want City to win it.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking at. I mean, I'm not looking at Arsenal as a. I don't think they're going to win. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think City's going to
And
take it,
so
and
I
it's going
didn't
to suck
look.
for them forever.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many seasons in a row that's going to be, but I placed a bet after the last pod that Man City was going to win the league, €5. And if I win, I will get €11. So obviously the sports books believe that
Well, that's
that
that's like 4 beers or 5 beers
€11. Yeah,
in
I'd be in
Europe.
there. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah.
I say take it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So we'll see.
Liverpool 2, Everton 1. Also a really fun game. It was, obviously a derby, as the kids
Yep.
call it, in
Yep.
Liverpool. First time Liverpool play in the new Everton Stadium.
Oh yeah, that's
Which
right.
name I do not remember. My brain is not firing that well. I can't even remember the names of stadiums for games that I see here.
Hill Dickinson Stadium.
Hill Dickinson
Yep.
Stadium.
I think it used to be Goodison Park.
Yeah, it was
I think it's
Goodison
the name of
Park.
it.
That I could have
Yep.
told you, yeah, but
Yeah, yeah.
could not remember. I didn't retain the new one. Really a fun match. Salah does score in the 29th minute. I love watching that guy score. I love that when we were talking 2 episodes ago, how I
Mm.
was worried that he was flaming out in his final season.
Yeah.
But lately, in the last couple games or so, it's been nice seeing Salah score. So I'm
Oh yeah.
very happy there.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's nice to see. It's great to see. I still want to know where he's headed to next. I want to know where
Yeah.
he's going. I'm sure it's Saudi, but I want certainty.
Big bag
You
of
know?
money, just like
Yeah.
the head of the U.S.
Yeah.
Soccer, for the U.S. men's national team, taking a
Yep.
big bag of Saudi money and leaving
Yep.
town. I can see. I agree. I think Salah is probably going to do that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Maybe he
I
won't.
hope it's
Never know.
somewhere else. I hope it's somewhere local. I hope it's LAFC. If I tell you right now, if he comes to LAFC, season
You
ticket
getting season
back
tickets?
on,
Yeah.
back
Okay.
on. I've had him for. I think I'm in my third. No, this is my second year
Yeah.
without season tickets. I've been a season ticket holder since 2018, and the inaugural season. Anyway, I'm just telling you,
Maybe he will. Maybe he'll come back.
I,
Maybe he
I'm,
will.
I'm telling you, I would be front row. I'd figure it out. So he scores in 29th minute. Beto in the 54th minute does equalize.
Yeah.
I love Beto's what's his face LeBron James celebration. Yeah, he does it
Yeah.
after he scores
Yep.
every time. Great player. He's just one of those just like this tall, lengthy player. He's kind of like a Holland, where it's just
Mm.
he just barrels his way through and just throws his body at the ball and the ball has no choice but to hit the back of the net. He's one of those players that are
Yeah.
totally a lot of
That's good.
fun. He won't last at
I'm
Everton long because
I
he's
don't think I've ever seen him play. Actually, I mean, I think I may have seen him play for his country,
yeah
Guinea-Bissau. But
yeah.
yeah,
You should watch him. He's a lot of fun. Just when you think the game's gonna be a 1-1 draw, which I think everybody, to be honest, would have been okay with. Nah, maybe not Liverpool fans,
probably not. Definitely not Liverpool fans.
but
Definitely not.
I mean, obviously Everton would have walked away perfectly fine with it. It wouldn't have been the end of the world if it ended 1-1. But Van Dijk,
Yeah,
big beautiful forehead.
header. Oh yeah, that big
Big
Dutch
head,
forehead.
small ball, big
Yeah.
net. It's just, I love it. I love it when he scores the header and, he walks away. He's got a great smile. I like Van Dyke's smile. It's nice to see him smile. But
That's 4 goals on the season for him too.
yeah, no,
Yep.
he's having an amazing season. Little shaky in the back defensive wise for Liverpool clearly this season. Yeah, Van Dijk's really stepped it up and scoring quite a lot of goals for a defender. So happy to see that happen. Liverpool do take it 2-1. We're in fifth in the table still
Yep, comfortably.
comfortably.
7 points ahead of
It's never
Chelsea.
comfortable. Yeah,
7 points.
There's 5 games left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 games, but you're 7 points ahead of Chelsea.
Yeah, and Chelsea's not playing very well at
No.
all.
And Chelsea's in sixth, Brentford's in seventh. So, well, actually, the next 3 teams all have 48 points.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Chelsea, Manu does beat Chelsea 1-0 with, of course, a Brazilian goal in the 43rd minute by Cunha, and he surfs his way to the 3 points. But I do want to talk about Tottenham versus Brighton. That was crazy to watch Tottenham in the same game go from relegation,
Oh yeah, yeah.
16th spot to
You
the
were talking about
18th
that.
spot,
They jumped up.
and
Yep.
then right at the end of the game drop back down to the 16th
Yep.
spot. They're in trouble. They're in trouble.
Yeah.
So game ends 2-2,
Yeah.
which keeps them in the relegation zone. Wolves relegate. We're seeing who else is going to relegate at this point, but it looks
Yeah.
like
Burnley.
oh yeah,
Burnley's the
Burnley.
other
It's
team.
right.
Yep.
Burnley's not. They need Vincent Company to come back and bring them back up, and then go back over
Yeah.
to Bayern.
No, he can stay there if he goes back.
You're done with them.
I'm done with him.
But what a like I felt really bad because it had a new there's a new manager bump, okay? So they brought
Yep.
in, which means there was a little bit of hope, all
Yep.
right? And you can
That
feel it in
doesn't
the
last
crowd. Like
long.
I've actually been watching Tottenham games because I want to see how things are going. And I told we talked about this a lot of booing, a lot of disappointment. So this game had a lot different energy. And again, there
Yeah.
was a lot of hope. The crowd, the supporters were, with them. New manager bump, everything. This is looking like, maybe we can get out of this thing. Poro does score in the 39th minute. Very exciting stuff. But Hitoma, who I think wrote a book on passing, and
Oh yeah.
like
He did
as
his
a P-
doctor or his
yeah, I was gonna say it's like a
master's.
PhD in like
Yeah.
footy. Does
Yep.
score. Hitoma's a very exciting player. He should be a force for Japan in the World Cup. And, right, kills it in the first half. It's 1-1 at this point. Simmons in the 77th minute for Tottenham does score in the 77th minute. That's very exciting, very late in the game. They can take this. This is when they pop up to the 18th spot. They're out of the relegation zone, but Rudder in I think it's like the 90th plus
90 plus 5.
five, right?
Yep. Yep.
Scores, ties up the game, brings
Yep.
Tottenham back down to the 16th spot, and not the or the 18th spot. And yeah, I mean it was really devastating. And you watched the air in that stadium with the supporter just leave it. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, it was a bummer for sure.
I just saw I just saw something like a bunch of teams have released their away kits.
Yeah.
Um, and a lot of them look really nice. And I saw somebody on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. They said, "Oh man, have you seen the Tottenham away kit for 26, 27?
Oh
Like it
no.
looks amazing. It'll look even better when they play Lincoln away because they're playing the Lincoln Red Imps.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
My
in the
my favorite my
championship.
favorite reel is like it's like the Tottenham Stadium, which is like a brand new stadium, and
Yeah.
it's like Barat going, and it's saying like
Oh,
some second league, some championship team, at the Tottenham Stadium, and he's like,
yeah,
wow, we will, king of the castle, king of the. It was,
yeah. It's
I laughed from the first time I saw that.
I feel bad
Uh,
for him, but it is what it
yeah,
is.
you do feel a little bad. Yeah, I mean it's really a possibility. I don't know. I mean, similar to Arsenal, like psychologically, I don't know if they can dig themselves out of this hole. They're in a quicksand for sure,
It's
and like the
bad.
pressure now, it's like it's completely different pressure, and I
Yep.
don't know if this team right now can handle the pressure. I don't think they're going to get out of this.
I don't think they will. I mean, no, I can't see it. And it sucks. But think about it. They were in the same position last season. The only thing they were able to squeak it out, I don't know if it was the second to last game or the last game. And they were playing in the Europa League last year. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe going down will help them. I mean, I don't see how because they're probably going to lose a significant amount of players.
Yeah.
But they'll dominate in the championship and then come right back up.
Yeah,
So
yeah, maybe. I think if they do go down, Richarlison should stay and
I think he should too.
play in the championship. I'd like to see him.
Oh, can you imagine him
Yeah.
doing that pigeon dance all season? I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. If you're not familiar, this is like the first time you're tuning in. We're also on the YouTubes.
Yes,
So this
sir.
is episode
Yes, we
3
are.
of the YouTubes. So if you want to watch Joao's chicken dance, this is my impression
Oh,
of
yeah.
Charlton. Oh no, yeah, Rob's doing it too. You can
There you go.
pop over to our YouTubes. We got that going. Let's take a quick break of room. When we get back, we can talk Champions League madness.
Yeah, what's madness?
There was a lot of
great,
madness
though.
there. It was
It was
great.
great.
Yeah, I still got the tingles. I'm still
Yeah.
still shaking over here. We'll do a Bundesliga rundown,
Yes, sir.
and we'll talk
Very
about the
upsetting.
tingles of the week.
Oh yeah. We'll be back. Go drink water.
Champions League, baby.
Yep.
Champions
Oh yeah,
League. I
the best league.
it's so good this time too. I wasn't sure about the new format, but it doesn't matter. I don't even remember what it was like before because
Really?
how it's ending. Sure, I gotta make room for new information, Rob. Okay, I can't hold
Oh
on
yeah,
to old
true,
information. It's like when
true.
you get like when you update your iPhone and it has like the new iOS has like
Oh,
massive updates,
and stuff is moved.
and things have moved around and stuff. At first, you're like, "What the hell? I can't even find anything on this thing." And then eventually, you can't remember what it was like.
Yeah,
This is your life now. That's how I am. I'm just I adapt. I adapt
yeah.
into this new thing. But all right, regardless of that, how it's ending is
This is great.
such good footy. Such
It
good
is really
footy.
good.
It's like watching a World Cup final in every like game now. You know what I mean? It's like it's so
Yeah,
intense. Let's just hop right in. Atletico Madrid second leg won. Barcelona 2 wasn't enough for Barcelona.
was
Unfortunately,
not.
Barcelona out. Atletico Madrid in.
Yeah, surprising, super
It
surprising.
it was surprising. I think it was like what was it? An aggregate of two. I want to say in the
Three
first.
two.
Yeah, it was
Oh, you talking
two.
about for the first leg?
Yeah, it was like two.
First,
I think it was 2-0. I think.
yeah, right?
Right.
No.
I thought my brain was braining, but apparently,
Oh,
two.
yeah, it was 2-0. You're right. Atletico
Yeah.
2, Barcelona 0. That's right.
Yep.
Yep.
It was yeah, just not enough. It wasn't that Barcelona didn't try. The goals were amazing. Yamal scores in the fourth minute.
Super early.
Beautiful
Yeah.
goal. You can see this kid's gonna. Hopefully, he stays healthy because watching him play
Yeah.
is amazing.
Oh
Gonna
yeah.
be in the top already on top players in the world. But what's he
Yep.
like 17, 18 or something now?
I think he's something like that, 17 or
Not even
18.
close to
Yep.
20.
No, he's
Right?
super young.
Yeah.
18. Yep.
18. Yeah, I was still doing just fart noises. Remember in the armpit? That's what I was
Yeah.
doing at 18. This kid is
Uh,
like one of the
Trying
top
to sneak
global
beer.
stars.
Yeah.
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 Hey, we used to have a bodega in New York where, yeah, underage, we would go up front. They no longer exist, so I think it's
No, yeah,
abandoned.
those
So,
aren't those aren't there
or they'd be in
anymore.
trouble today. But like this was like early '90s, and you would go get your beer, and there was like a side counter,
Oh
and they
yeah.
just put it in a paper bag, and it's
Yeah,
like
just
cigarettes and stuff. And I was probably like
yeah.
15,
Oh yeah.
16 years old. Those days don't exist anymore. I don't think there's a
No,
place that does that anymore.
definitely not.
Torres scores in the 24th minute. It's game on at this point.
Yep.
Barcelona want this, and
Yep.
there were so many chances, but it just wasn't enough. Lukman, the Nigerian wonder,
Yep.
beautiful, beautiful goal. He basically dashes Barcelona's dreams at this
Yep.
point. It's only 31 minutes in, so there's a lot of time. And the way that Barcelona were playing in that first half, you think there was going to be a lot
Yeah.
more goals.
Yep.
There was a offside goal that was disallowed in the 55th minute for
And that
Barcelona.
was
Yeah.
close. That was super close. Yeah, I
And it was
thought
a really nice goal
it
too.
was. Yeah.
That would have
Yep.
tied it up aggregate, I think, and then would have went
Would have.
into
Yep.
possibly extra time. But all of the chances, and Barcelona just
They just
couldn't do
couldn't
it.
do it. They had
Couldn't do it.
71% possession. That's insane.
Yeah,
That is
and it wasn't
insane.
like even being like I'm neutral on this side. I'm not a Barcelona fan or an Atletico fan, but like nobody played. It wasn't like they played poorly. You know what I mean? It wasn't like
Yep.
they could have done better. I mean, there was so many chances in
There
this
was a lot of
game
chances. Yep.
for both sides, and you. This was one of those games that were just incredible to watch, and you just didn't know how it was going to end. Just
Yeah.
how the way it was played, amazing, amazing stuff.
Yeah, and based on the games they played, like over the season, like I said, I think this was the sixth time they played this season. You couldn't tell, like I couldn't tell going into this.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of, to me, because of the way that Barcelona was moving the ball, I thought that they were going to win it, but that
Yeah.
last goal. I mean, or the one goal that Atletico scored. That was enough. And they
Yeah.
just held them off. And then eventually Barcelona got a red card. I think that was later on, 79th minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Garcia.
they just weren't
Yeah.
able to do it. It is surprising. So now you got, I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself, but you have no Spanish teams left in the semis.
Yep.
So that's pretty crazy. But congratulations to Atleti.
Yeah, Atletico Madrid. I mean, like they're such a fun team to watch. Again, like I was mentioning,
They
they're a
are.
huge club, but they got a scrappy edge to them.
Yep.
You got big players like Alvarez stepping up with his like amazing free kicks.
Yep.
They did lose this weekend in the Copa del Rey.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we won't go through that. I watched that game in entirety. That was also a very exciting game.
Yeah.
But Real Sociedad had won, and congratulations to them. But
Yeah.
I think Atletico Madrid's without a trophy, without some silverware. I want to say for at least 5 years, and I think they're close to like more than that, like 10, 20, like 15 years since they've won the Copa del Rey too. So there's a lot of
Oof. Yeah, that's
yeah.
rough.
So they need this. So at least they're in the Champions League, and they knocked out Barcelona, which was a huge surprise.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
pretty good. Hmm.
Liverpool nil. PSG to Liverpool out.
Yeah.
PSG in. That was also quite an exciting game, and another game where watching this game, and I refreshed my brain. And I watched the highlights this morning.
Hmm.
Uh, you know,
Just
it wasn't without trying. I mean, there were so many chances
yeah.
too with Liverpool that they should have had. It was like one of those games where like no matter what they did, the ball just would not
It
get
wouldn't
in the
go.
back of the net, hit the post. Beautiful goalie,
Yeah.
performances for PSG. You know, Even without a Damarama,
Yeah.
which they have not replaced yet. So there are some things about PSG that may cause them trouble in the Champions League to come here, but freaking Dembele,
The guy is just yeah,
I,
he's that dude.
yeah,
He's that dude. I mean, and you keep in mind again, so remember what I told you before, they didn't have a league game. So they came into this fresh.
that's right.
So they came into this much fresher than Liverpool did. But they are still the defending European champions, and they were this close to winning the World Championship last summer. So yeah, they never did replace Donnarumma, and then the guy that is Chevalier, I think is how you say his name. He was the starting goalkeeper, and they actually substituted him in, which is weird because you never really see, unless there's an injury, you never see goalies get substituted. But he just hasn't. Donnarumma wanted more money. This guy was here. They put him there, and I mean, I guess they're doing okay in the league. They're cheating because they're not playing league games, but I mean, I think a fresh team that has a week to recover
Yeah.
is going to beat Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool is playing in one of the toughest leagues in the world, and whatever. Congratulations to PSG, but I think they had to cheat to get there, and I don't think they're gonna survive the next round. But we'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah,
Yeah, and we'll see. We'll see. Two Dembele goals, beautiful Dembele goals too, in the 76th minute, and then again in the 90 plus one. Yeah, Liverpool out. Not winning the league, not winning Champions League, not winning
yeah,
FA Cup. Not they just I've been watching this season just go blah 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 throughout the
yeah.
the season, but. We'll see. Arne Slot is sticking around for another season.
Oh, so he definitely
There's a lot of
is.
chatter. Yeah, a lot of chatter on that
Oh,
this
okay.
morning. I was noticing. I commented on one that we haven't. It was plagued with injuries, adversity like Jota and so
Yeah,
on. So we haven't. We've seen what he can do when you get a healthy
yep,
team. So we won the league last year, 25-20 or 24-25.
yep.
And then this year's, we haven't even seen what really what he can do, but also mostly Isak, with his
Isak, yeah,
injury. So there's a lot of things we haven't, imagine having a healthy team. Give it
yeah.
another try. And then
Next year,
I also wrote dot dot dot. That is if we make Champions League.
yeah. I think you guys are good. I think you guys get
And
two
then I'm
more
like, already
wins,
out.
two more, two more wins. And I think you guys are definitely
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
secure.
We're looking,
So
yeah, it's been, we talked about it already. They're looking a little better at the end of the season here. I think they want to make Champions League. That's obviously important.
yeah,
Arsenal in, Sporting out.
yeah,
Arsenal, that was probably one of the most boring, non-eventful matches.
yeah. That looks bad. It was 50-50 possession. Yeah, it
Arsenal
was,
did just enough to
they
win
both
this
had one
game.
shot on target.
Yeah. Yeah, it was yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this.
It's terrible. And
Yeah.
then they go into the week. Maybe they're trying to save themselves. I don't know. I mean, they scored that goal in the first leg. They
Yeah.
probably thought that would have been enough.
Yeah. Well, I
And
think
what
it's
obviously it
yeah.
was.
Yeah. Well, I was
But
gonna say I think it's again, you have a team here and you don't really have a player who can step up and hit the back of the net consistently.
yeah,
Nobody's that guy on Arsenal, so they have to use other methods like, again with their set piece scoring machine. And this is one of those games that kind of proved it, right? So it was a must-win game, but nobody really took any chances, and they squeaked
yeah,
away without a Sporting, which is a very dangerous game to play, was because how often do you see last minute winner
yep.
squeaking in? Sporting could easily pop
And
up
then
with
won it on penalties. Absolutely. Yep.
exactly. So.
Yep.
So Arsenal will move forward. Let's see what they do. Bayern in, Real Madrid out 4-3. Bayern kills it. They win with a 6-4
Yeah.
total aggregate. What a game! This was
The start was crazy.
well, just like I was saying, it's like this one reminded me of like a World Cup
Yeah.
match,
Oh yeah.
like knockout. It was this is probably the most exciting game, and I think it had like the biggest viewers. I saw somewhere on there that like this Bayern Real
Oh
game
really?
had
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't doubt it.
this season. I think this season, like it beat some crazy record, and for good reason. It was
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Goulart in the first minute of
First
the
minute.
game.
That was such a
Scores.
bonehead play by Neuer. Did you see that?
Is that the one
Neuer.
where he got famous for like falling into the back of the net? I don't know. I don't remember which goal it
Oh
was,
yeah. I
but
mean, I
he
think he's
like
got a
falls
few of
back
those.
and then he's like stuck
He's
in the
like
net
stuck.
there, and that was like reels or memes McGee. All of a
Yeah.
sudden,
But I mean, he just made this bonehead, weak-footed pass. It's like something that I would do. He's a professional. He's one at one point. He was one of the greatest goalies of all time, and for him to just make some weird U10 kick like that was just weird.
I think
I
he's
mean,
won it. I think he's won it for Bayern. I think he's been there maybe 10 times. Like he has. Like
yeah.
something crazy, 10 or 13, like
Oh yeah,
wins with
easily,
yeah,
easily.
Bundesliga wins. So his
But
trophy room is looking pretty
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just a bonehead play. Yeah, anytime somebody scores in the first minute, the goalie probably made a mistake, but that was just boneheaded, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Go watch that if you guys haven't seen it. So yeah,
And then
put some
find one where
clown
he's
music behind it.
yeah, and then do the clown music with the one where he's like
Yeah,
stuck in the net. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Pavlovic, 6 minutes in, dashes again the Real dreams. Goulart does score again in the 29th minute. This game, Real wanted it, and they
they
felt
go
it.
100%.
Yeah, they were putting everything into it, and so is Bayern. And Real, they love their Champions League. They love it.
Hmm.
And I think that this is what made this game. So I think Real went into this game like we can do this. We can bring it back. We're only what was it? I think there were only 2 points aggregate, 2 goal
Yeah.
aggregate at this point. So that's just 2 goals.
Yep.
I think they felt like they could take this from Bayern. Harry Kane, 38 minutes and kills it again for Real Madrid. Harry Kane, Champions League,
Yeah.
Bundesliga,
Yep.
whatever
German
other.
Cup. They're still in the German Cup as
Yeah,
well.
like
Yeah.
he's just. Is he one of the greatest players of all time? Is he? I mean, he's definitely the goat, or an English goat.
He's up there. Yeah, for sure.
Like
Yeah.
he's. I'm always surprised. To me, it's weird because like when I see him, like he doesn't look like somebody.
No, he looks like Nicolas Cage's
That's,
cousin.
that's what I mean. Like, it doesn't look like this is like one of the
Yeah,
best players of all time. But when you watch him
yeah,
play, he's there at the right time. Excuse me.
yep.
And yeah,
And what's funny is I thought him coming to the Bundesliga because Bayern's the best team in the Bundesliga. They have been for years. Whatever they lost it a couple of seasons ago, the league. But to see him come in and score against Real, like they're obviously one of the best teams in the world, and he just made it look like, yeah, I can do this whenever I want. Against, yes, it wasn't Courtois in goal, whatever, but still, the defenders are still there. Tony Rudiger's still there. Still players you gotta compete against. He's just making it look easy. And
yeah,
I thought that he was only doing that in the Bundesliga. No, he did that against one of the best teams that has won the Champions League more than any other team.
yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
great. And yeah, I'm glad that we're able to witness this too, even though I hate the team he plays for. But
I'm happy that there was that thing where he had left Tottenham was he wanted to go somewhere where he'll win trophies, and that first year was like the first time
yeah, that they didn't win.
didn't win, and you're like, oh man, you kind of felt bad for the guy, but you
I
don't feel
loved
bad
it.
now. You don't
I
feel bad
loved
now.
it. I loved it.
That's when
Leverkusen, yeah.
Leverkusen had won.
Yep. They didn't lose a game in the league that whole season. Yep.
Wow, that's incredible. That's why Alonso became one of the most
Yep.
wanted coaches in footy today. Mbappe in the 42nd minute, very Mbappe-like, reminded
Yep.
me of the France and Argentina final.
Oh yeah.
Just beautiful. Just he's to me. I'm an Mbappe. I'm an Mbappe
Yeah.
guy. You know that about me. Not when he's wearing the French jersey, and then no longer.
No.
Unless he's playing against Argentina, man, it gets
Oh yeah,
complicated.
yeah. They do.
It
Then
gets, it
you
gets complicated.
yeah, then you like him.
Yeah, it
That's
gets very
funny.
complicated. But a beautiful goal from Mbappe. This is in the 42nd minute. I think that at this point, if I'm doing the math correct, Bayern was only one goal aggregate ahead
Yep.
of Real at this point. But my
No,
boy,
actually at that point it was level. It
it
was
was
four
tied up. It
four.
was tied. Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
4-4.
Tied game.
Yep.
Yeah. See, I don't do math.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
listen to me. I don't do math. Even when my brain is braining and
Yeah,
it's
yeah. That's
firing,
the
I still can't do math. That's the one thing I can't do.
yep.
But in the 89th minute, Luis Diaz, the Liverpool legend,
Phenomenal goal.
phenomenal
Phenomenal
goal.
goal.
He
Man.
is so good. The worst thing that Liverpool could have ever done, and I'll say it in every single podcast we bring him up, is not giving him whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Give him
Yeah.
sacks and sacks of money. Was that
I think he was asking for too much though. Wasn't he asking for too much money from
don't
Liverpool?
care.
Yeah.
We could have used them. We could have used them. We could have
True.
used them. Every goal he does for Bayern is a negative Liverpool goal. Like even the Champions League,
Yeah, no, you're right.
we were only
You're right.
we're only it was 2 goal aggregate difference
Yep.
in that game. What if we
That's
had
true.
a
If you
Luis
had
Diaz?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Hitting the back
That's
of the
true.
net in the form that he's been playing in. Like he's in this form.
Yep.
Sorry, I made it about me.
Yeah.
I made it about and then right away, it's like back-to-back goals saying like Bayern saying to Real, nope, sorry,
Yep.
buddy, you don't got this. Elise scores in the 90th +4 to seal the deal. Bayern take the cake.
It-
Real Madrid, bye-bye.
they're going home.
They're going home.
And so I saw in like
Already
the
home.
German news there was like a dust up after this. So I guess the president of Real Madrid went to the locker room and he kicked Goulet out. He was like, "Go someplace else. You're not going to want to see this." And he ripped into all the players because they're not going to win anything this year. They're not
Wow.
going to win Copa. They're
Yep.
not going to win Champions League, and they're probably not going to win the league. I don't know what the
Yeah.
La Liga looks like right now, but
Yeah.
they're 9 points behind Barcelona. So they're definitely not going to win the league. I mean, there's still 7 games left. Anything could happen, but yeah,
It's very unreal like
It is.
to not win some sort of silverware in a season. There's
And this will be
a
the second season in a row too. If They
really.
don't win anything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they should be playing a lot better. They have such amazing players, but something's clearly off here. There's a great sad photo of Coach, and he's like on the bus looking completely dejected.
Mm.
And I did that as one of our stories. Like, there's a job opening if anybody's looking.
Yeah,
And it was just like him
yeah.
looking like so dejected. Like I can't talk. Dejected.
Dejected. Yep, yep.
And yeah, I mean he's completely out the door.
Yeah.
There hasn't been I don't think an official announcement. If there was,
No.
I've missed it. But there's no like who are they gonna who
I don't know. Who are
Jose
they going to
Mourinho
bring in?
back?
That's possible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. That is a possibility.
yeah.
But he'll stay for 27 games and then he'll leave. He'll get fired for something.
Something
So
will happen.
yeah,
But yeah, and so now we'll be seeing coming up. What are
we
the
got we
what are the
got
matches?
PSG Bayern and
Oh
then
God,
Atletico Arsenal.
right here, my
So
hands, the
there are
tingles.
no. So it's four different countries represented, which is great. I think I said I was going to wait till the semifinal to make my prediction about who was going to win this. But who do you got? Oh, you want to know mine?
Who's going to win it all?
Yeah.
You're asking me who I think is
Yes.
going to
Who
win
you
it
think's
all?
going to win it all?
I think PSG is going to win it.
You think PSG is going to win
I
it?
think PSG is going to. I'm not saying I want PSG to take it. I
Yeah.
think they're just so good. They're so good. They have some again. They didn't replace Donnarumma yet. There are
Yeah.
some funky situations in the back, but I think forces like Dembele and stuff. I think they'll take it. I do.
See,
What do you think?
I think Bayern is going to win it. Just seeing
Yeah.
them play,
Yep.
and obviously I watched them play this weekend, and I think that there's no team right now that can stop them. I think they're clicking at just the right moment.
Yeah.
Diaz, Kane, Olise, and then you still got Joshua Kimmich and Pavlovic is having a good season. I can't see how PSG beats them. So whoever wins out of that matchup is going to win it. They're going to beat Arsenal or Atletico. I think Arsenal will probably beat Atletico, but I think Bayern's going to win the whole thing. I will be very upset when they do, but I think Bayern is going to win it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Personal opinion. So
Well, maybe Stuttgart in the 2026 Champions League, 2027 Champions League season will win it all.
we got to make it there first.
Yeah. Well, this is a good segue into the Bundesliga rundown
Oh yeah.
with Rob.
All right. So obviously I'm going to start this with the match I was just talking about. Bayern hosting Stuttgart on Sunday.
And by the way, I tuned in. I wanted to be.
Oh,
ready.
did you?
I wanted to be ready. Oh, of course. I mean, that was a
there
big
you go.
matchup. It was a big matchup.
So I said last week that I wasn't going to get to watch this, but my daughter's boyfriend was at dinner with us. So my wife and my daughter sat on one side of the table. My middle son, my daughter's boyfriend, and I sat on the other side of the table. I propped my phone up on something.
Good. I'm glad you had it on. I was worried. That you wouldn't still have it in the background
Yeah.
somewhere. But that's
Oh man, yeah.
done good. You done good.
I got yelled at too because I had the notifications on and there's always like a little delay.
Yeah.
So when the goals were coming in, it's like popping up beforehand. My daughter's boyfriend's like, turn it off. Why do you have that on? Why do you even have that on?
Yeah.
But we took an early lead. Chris Furich,
First
he does his one move, which some people can stop it, some can't. Great goal, scored in the 21st minute, and at that moment, I think we had just gotten our drinks, and I was like, yes. I was like, oh, we're gonna do this. I was like, we're gonna do this.
That was how it felt, by the way. Like when I watched it, I was like, oh, whoa. I mean, this could happen.
I was shocked. I was shocked, and that lasted for a very, very short period.
10 minutes. That's
10 minutes.
Good feeling. 10 minutes.
But then Bayern scored 3 goals in 6 minutes, which, man, you know how about shot through the heart. So Guerrero scores the first goal, then Jackson. He needs to go back to Chelsea. And then Alphonso Davies. I haven't said that name all season because he was injured, and I think he came back from something that happened at the Club World Cup, I believe. And he scores a goal. The way he was celebrating just really, really made me mad. It really, really made me mad. And then, of course, at halftime, because a bunch of the starters didn't start for Bayern, and then at halftime I look and I see, this is while I'm eating my Jaeger Schnitzel. It was delicious. I see that Olise and Harry Kane are coming on, and I'm like, come on,
Oh no!
like,
Wait, but hold on. When you went into the halftime though, it didn't feel. I know there was like that bam, bam, bam,
I
the
thought it was
shots. That
over.
that
I thought it was over.
to
I
me,
thought they
it
were going to
did,
score
to me,
six.
it didn't feel that way. I was it, again what is it at this point 3-1. Like
Yeah.
anything could happen. I thought maybe there's a
Mm,
chance if you can get the squeak in that second goal, get a 3-2, changes the game.
nope.
Mentality's changed at that point. That did
So
not
you,
happen.
you got to keep in mind, I was at the game where Bayern beat us 5-0.
That's bringing
So,
back. You're having like
yeah.
PTSD, like the hell
So I
going through
was
stuff.
like, yeah, at that point, I was like, let me just enjoy my Jaeger Schnitzel. And, it was, I'm not even going to show you the momentum chart. So they had 66% possession and they killed us. They
Yeah.
just killed us. I mean, they dominated this game. And it was because they knew that if they won, they would win the league. And, you probably didn't see it. I don't know if I shared it with you or not, but there was this thing from the Bundesliga where it showed that they were adjusting the trophy. So in Germany, they have a shield that's the
Yeah.
trophy for the Bundesliga,
Yep.
and they just expanded it and made it bigger so they could put I think 30 more teams on it before they have to 30 more winners on it before they have to extend it
You
again.
know, it's funny. I saw that video of them doing that. And I didn't understand it. Like
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Thanks for
that's what they were
explaining it.
doing. And
Ah, okay.
I was like, and everybody's like, oh, so they can put Bayern's name on it 30 more times because that's basically what it is, basically. And but so Harry Kane scores in the 52nd
Yeah.
minute, whatever. I knew he was going to score once he came on. I'm surprised Olise didn't score. We had a late goal from Kima Andreas. That's our guy from Real Madrid that we signed, young guy, really good. He didn't get a whole lot of games in this season, but I think next season he's going to step up. But after this game, they won it. They had won the league. They
Yeah,
didn't
they
really
did.
celebrate. I don't even think they got the trophy. They weren't doing the beer splashing like they usually do because I think they want to wait till their last home game
Yeah,
to,
they
to
want to do it at
actually
home. Absolutely.
celebrate that.
Yeah.
So it was upsetting. At the end of the game, I was like, whatever, okay, they won, blah blah blah, and I was pretty upset. But going into this, because Leipzig won, I knew that we were going to still be in fourth place regardless. So we're still sitting pretty good. We're 2 points above Hoffenheim, and we have Werder Bremen coming up this weekend. And Werder Bremen is basically they're in the relegation zone, or at least they're in 15th, so they're one spot above relegation. They're safe for another week because they're 5 points up ahead of the team that's below them, St. Pauli. But I was pretty upset after this game, but yesterday was Monday. I didn't care. I was still wearing my Stuttgart stuff. I'm still a diehard fan. I don't care if we lose to Bayern. They scored 9 goals on us this season. We only scored 2 against them, which hurts, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. All right, let me quickly hit up these other
Oh, well, I was
Bundesliga
just going to say
matches.
one thing. The two bad things that
Go
came
ahead.
out of that game was obviously it was Stuttgart that got to hand the Bundesliga winning trophy.
Yeah,
It had to be that game, right, Rob?
it
It
had
had
to
to be
be.
that
That's why
game.
I didn't want them to win it. That's exactly why I didn't
And
want
the
them to win
second
it.
thing is you guys were in the third spot in this
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
You dropped down to fourth was Leverkusen popped up, and so now
yep.
still Champions League, still
Yeah, we're
Champions
still
League.
there.
You making
Yep.
it? You're making Champions League? Thoughts?
So if I had to put money on it right now, I have to look at our remaining schedule. I do things one game at a time. But
Yeah.
if
Yep.
Stuttgart, you got to do things one game at a time.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got tomorrow. We're playing in the Pokal semifinal against Freiburg. Then we got Werder Bremen, Hoffenheim. Oh my God. So Hoffenheim, Leverkusen, and Frankfurt. So those last 3 games are going to be rough. But I think 4 games left. That's 12 points. I think we can get, I would say, at least 7 points out of those last 4 games.
I say you got this. You got this,
I
Rob.
hope so,
You
man. I hope
got
so.
this, Rob.
I,
You
I, I
got
hope
this.
so. But I will not be disappointed if we go back to the Europa League. I really won't. I will not be upset if we're playing in Europe next year. I will be happy. I'll be happy. I can't lie about that. So, all right, real quick. Let's see. Cologne and St. Pauli tied 1-1 on Friday. Augsburg surprisingly beat Leverkusen. Hoffenheim surprisingly beat Dortmund 2-1. Wolfsburg defeated Union Berlin. It was the debut for the first female coach in the Bundesliga, but she lost.
That's
Not a
right.
big deal. She's there. I think she's there to stay. She'll probably be back next season. Werder
And
Bremen.
leave her alone, internet. Leave her alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
some
I
people
know.
are just rude.
I read about that. There's a lot
It's
of
crazy.
yeah. She's getting a lot of flack just for being a
Yep.
woman.
Yeah, I mean, she got thrown into the team. Like, this isn't her team,
She's
you know?
super qualified. I mean,
Absolutely.
I think she
Yep.
was coaching like the men's 19, like
Yeah.
under 19 or whatever. I mean,
Yep.
she's and a player. I mean, come on, let it alone. We're in
Yep.
2026, people. Shut up.
Exactly.
Let her
Exactly.
coach.
In the, I don't know what this is called, this derby match, but Werder Bremen defeated Hamburger SV. My next door neighbor, neighbor across the street, he was super excited about that. Frankfurt lost to Leipzig 3-1. That's what bumped us down to the third place spot. Freiburg defeated soon to be relegated Hoffenheim, if they haven't been relegated already, 2-1. And then Borussia Mönchengladbach and Mainz played to a 1-1 draw. So, like I said, tomorrow we play against Freiburg in the DFB Pokal. And then tonight, actually, right? Is today the 22nd? No, sorry.
Today's
No, sorry.
21st.
We play on
Yeah.
Thursday. Sorry. We play Thursday. Bayern plays
My brain's
tomorrow.
firing. I even know the date. I even know the date today.
Tomorrow, Bayern is playing against Leverkusen. That's what it is, which should be a pretty good game in the Pokal. We'll see how that goes. So, yeah, that's the Bundesliga rundown. So, real quick, we got a couple minutes left. So, you mentioned last week about some U.S. Open Cup matches, and I didn't.
By the way,
realize
Chattanooga did not win. They tried to play. They tried to go against Atlanta. I actually watched the match on replay because I talked about it. I'm like, I talked about it. I should watch it. I should probably watch it. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But there were some pretty sizable upsets. Hold on, I'm trying to bring up my. I cannot.
And if you don't know the U.S. Open Cup, by the way, folks, it's like one of the oldest competitions in the sport. I think it's like 100 and like 10, 15 years old. It was like seriously, and it's worth the watch, and it's really cool because yes, we do. Even though we don't have relegation promotion here, we do have a footy pyramid in the United States.
Yes, we do.
And so you do have MLS teams, USL teams playing like these hardly professional teams.
Yep.
The beauty of it is across this beautiful land, all across all states, from Kentucky to Oklahoma to California to New York, Washington, Wyoming. There's a team absolutely everywhere, and it's beautiful.
And there were some upsets, some USL teams defeating MLS teams. So you had Louisville City defeat Austin, which is pretty surprising.
All right,
the Colorado Springs Switchback FC, which I've seen them. They defeated Sporting Kansas City, that's huge. I mean that's a huge match. Let's see, you had One Knoxville Soccer Club defeating DC United. That's insane.
Wayne Rooney's DC United. I mean, it's no longer that, but once his name was on it, it's still his.
Yeah, of course, he's there. But I just think I always love the giant killing, and I love the fact that the MLS a couple of seasons ago was trying to pull out of the USL Cup, or excuse me, the US Open Cup.
I wish we had a podcast then, because I was very annoyed about that decisions to do that. It's like the oldest cup in the world.
Yeah,
and they're trying to like save their bottom line or whatever the hell they're.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're making so much money in the MLS, but I just wanted to give those teams their props.
Fun. It's like the American FA Cup. You have again these scrappy teams playing these big clubs, big money clubs, and and they play at each other's stadiums. And I don't know if you've seen USL on some lower levels, but they're scrappy side. Remember Wrexham first season? I would say even less of that in some cases, where they look like they were even playing like in high school.
It's true. A lot of small stadiums.
Yeah, but I would say segueing into the tingles of the week. I'm going to start because I have it up.
Go ahead. What you got?
It's the FA Cup semifinals. Saturday the 25th, Manchester City versus Southampton. Which I can't believe Southampton's there in the semifinals. That's awesome.
Either.
Talk about this. Is what I'm saying. You got to love these kind of FA Cup, Open Cup, U.S. Open Cup kind of matches. Anybody's game. Anybody can make it. Just win a game. Squeak in a goal. Goals wins games. Goals wins games. And Chelsea on Sunday versus Leeds United. The first one's at 9:15 a.m. PST a game, and Sunday is 7 a.m. PST. I will be watching both of those. What do you think? Manchester City and Chelsea in the
final.
In the final,
yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna mix it up. I'd say it's City versus Leeds United.
Okay.
and then
Yep.
Pep gets you another trophy before he leaves the club.
Yeah, which is definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Pretty upsetting.
Yep. And
Uh,
one last tingle is that
what you got?
I do want to see the Burnley City game on Wednesday. I think it's around noon PST because I like a little Burnley upset.
Yeah,
I think City needs to be brought down just a
right on
peg. I
earth.
want a relegating team to beat these guys. They just came back from like an emotional high, and they don't
Yep.
play as I mean they're gonna kill Burnley, but
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
I'd like to see an upset. So I'll be watching that. That's definitely a tingle of the week.
Yep.
Rob, what do you get?
All right, so I got those two Man City games, Southampton and Burnley. Obviously, on Thursday, VfB Stuttgart DFB Pokal semifinal against Freiburg.
Yeah.
Both those teams play in the same state. It's not a real rivalry derby match, but we would love to defeat them. And the last one I got is a surprising one, but I really want to watch this game. It's Saturday, bottom dwellers Wolves hosting Tottenham. So
Oh.
this may be a preview of them playing each other next season in the championship.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
really want to see how that game
Can you
ends.
imagine Wolves helps Tot relegate? Like Wolves beat
Oh
Tot in
man,
that game.
that would be crazy.
I could see it happening. I could see it
Yeah,
happening.
but
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
also think that Tottenham's probably going to win this game 3-0 because the Tottenham players, they seem so upset after that draw
Oh, they
that
were.
I think they're going to go and try to destroy Wolves.
Yeah.
But Wolves
It
is
looked
playing
like
at home.
they
You never know.
at the end of that game. It looked like they did relegate. I mean, they were
Yeah,
like so upset that
heads
they did
down.
not win that game.
Yep.
And again, that
Yeah.
was such an important game, and I like told you, like watching it, the energy was so different. It's like they went into this with, and that's never hope. People never have hope,
Yeah.
never have aspirations, never have dreams because when they don't go your way, it hurts, and that's what
Yeah.
that was in that game. Like the supporters went in there going, "New manager bump,
Yep.
we're
Yep.
supporting this team." It was exciting. They were going to win. They actually looked like they're going to win, and then of course
It just
the last
happens.
minute
Yeah.
loss there that
And
hurts.
and that's the thing, they didn't
Hurts.
lose. It was a draw. They still got a point, but it
Yeah.
felt like a loss
Yeah.
because
Oh,
of where they
absolutely.
are on the table and
Yeah.
giving it up that late. Yeah. Yep.
Ouch.
So
Ouch. Ugh. I don't
yeah.
know. We'll see.
Yep. We'll see what
Another
happens.
fantastic week of footy coming up this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have a lot to talk about in the next pod.
Next week. Yeah.
I think this episode's in the bag. What do you say, Rob?
I think you're right. Hey, thank you guys for listening, and we hope your teams win, unless they're playing ours.
I'm sorry to say it, Rob. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, we heard that a lot.
dun,
We definitely
dun,
heard that a
dun,
lot.
dun, 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 dun.
I can't remember the